Since it was Christmas recently, I thought, why not look into some other wintry traditions around the world? So I did. You might be familiar with this one, but is a pretty famous and fearsome figure in Central European myth, specifically in areas like Austria, Hungary, Slovenia, and so on. His depiction is pretty constant across all of the regions, but he basically looks like a horned bipedal creature, meaning that he stands on two legs, with dark fur, pointy ears, a long forked tail, and cloven hoofs. So basically like a goat man, if it were wilder and more feral. Sometimes his hide will be either red or black, if I recall, and he'll have glowing eyes and a long, drooling tongue. He carries a bundle of birch rods, which are used to punish children, a sack or a basket used to carry away naughty children, and sometimes some chains or a whip. Now, he's the complete opposite of Saint Nicholas, whom we now know as Santa. Basically, he's a man who brings gifts to well-behaved children on the evening of December 5th. Saint Nick will reward those who are virtuous, and Krampus punishes the wicked. Now, Krampus's origin is super old, pre-Christian and all, and it more than likely came about due to old Germanic or Slavic traditions. They believed in evil spirits that roamed the winter nights and, that they brought misfortune and death. Back then, the long and dark winter nights were believed to be a time boundary where the world of the living and the supernatural was believed to be thin. This is a pretty common thing in a lot of mythologies and cultures, where certain places or certain locations or time of the year were more connected to the spiritual realm than we were led to believe, and certain rituals or events were more powerful during that moment. Of course, Krampus is a symbol of fear, of punishment, and the consequences of misbehaving, as well as the crueler and darker side of winter. I'm sure if I ask you to picture Christmas in your head, probably one of the first thoughts that come to mind are a warm home with bright lights in the middle of the night, while to others it might be a barren, frigid forest filled with the howls of the wind and other creatures, or, the darker side of winter. So, what's Krampus's holiday? Well, that's Krampusnacht, or Krampus Night, which happens on December 5th, the night before St. Nicholas Day, December 6th. On that night, people will dress up as Krampus and go through towns and villages, usually with music and bells, playing all these loud noises to frighten children. The parades of sorts are known as Krampuslauf, or Krampus runs, and they date back quite a few centuries. The costumes are usually made of animal skins and horns, chains, bells, whips, torches, you name it. Anything to incite chaotic imagery. Scaring children into behaving aside It's now done more to symbolize the defeat of evil and to protect the local communities from malevolent forces. In certain regions, children still receive small gifts from Krampus instead, such as candy. Otherwise, they might get a bundle of birch rot or be threatened to be taken away in a sack. You're still here, which means you didn't get snatched away by Krampus, which is good. Although, that means you gotta behave again for a whole nother year. Otherwise, in the basket you go. They never really said what Krampus did to the kids it would kidnap, but eating or torture is usually what most people think of. So you best behave yourself, okay? Either way, did you have fun? I'm glad. I love winter so much. The gelid temperatures and going outside, taking a deep breath and feeling my lungs crystallize. Still, I wonder what will come next time. You'll just have to wait to find out, right? So, until then, my little pupil.